Hello, welcome back. It's a one-day special time. We're joined with Craftascope and Nick, or I know him as Nick from Bulgaria. You know I was going with that. Good to see you, Nick. Good to see you, man. Pleasure working with you. I remember our first show very well.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic indeed. And I've got to say, you come in today, or last night, for the launch at 6 o'clock, and absolutely blown us all away with what you brought in next. It's brilliant. But let's just go right back. What does crafting mean for you then, Nick? It's a big part of your life.
Yeah, it means everything to me. It's got me through ups and downs. I'm sure people at home will know, what I mean by that.
I'm sure.
Like a nice safe haven, a really good place to be to enjoy yourself. If you're feeling a bit down, get a bit of card out, have a mess around. Yeah. Cheers you up no end, and then you're raring to go.
And it's so satisfying, especially
really
with tools like we got on today's show. Seriously, it's a one-day special. Limited time offer, and it's a lovely story, lovely what it means to you, and I totally empathise with that. I totally get it. If you love crafting, we've got a lot of tools for you in this bundle. Should we dive straight in?
Yep, definitely.
Should we see what we've got? So Nick, for those who missed the first show, what exactly have we got in here?
Right, this is a collection that it's a little bit different for me, but as I say, Craftascope and myself, we want to bring out something that's very different. We don't want to be bringing things that you can already get, but we want things that are going to mix with what you've got, what I bring out, what I have brought out going forward, something to revamp everything you've got in your craft stash, because hopefully this is going to go with everything you have or you buy. Yeah,
it's bound to. It's bound to tie it. It's bound to.
It's great used on its own, but then, mixed with anything, it can bring a whole new lease of life to it.
It is. Well, when you've got 36 stamps, 6 stencils included, and also 8 dies, you've got something great there going on. And you see so many ideas. I'm actually blown away. And we've got a bank holiday bonus. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But let's see what we can do with all of these items. There's lots. Should we go back here? Are we allowed to go here? Because we couldn't fit it all in. No, barely, just being able to. So to start with, the leaf dies. This, Nick, is an absolute masterpiece, sir. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, this is just a very simple wall hanging, really. I mean, I think that would look great anywhere. It's just your basic copper wire, just really nicely tightly coiled. Sure. A few die cuts. I've used blowtorch on this, which was fantastic because it brought out all the lovely colours depending on temperature. Oh, I see. Some of them are embossed, some left copper.
So it's like craft metal then, is it?
Yeah, just craft metal.
Craft metal. And the wastage you mentioned earlier on.
Waste. I mean, none of us want to throw anything away, so why? Get yourself a cheap little trinket box. Yeah. Use the waste, it brings out a nice little box there.
It doesn't look like a challenge to do these, but the challenge for us is actually to try and get across everything you could do with a bundle of this size. That in itself is a challenge. Yeah. T-shirts, have a look at this one. This is fantastic. Isn't that beautiful? So again, for clothing as well, we've got another piece right here as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's endless, I think people need to have fun, get out there, try something different, and this one will really help you to try some different things. Great for men's T-shirts, ladies' T-shirts. One of the design team ladies, Nikki, she's made pillowcase. I made a pillowcase as well. We hadn't discussed it. It was just something we both must have done. I used the leaves, she's used one of the stencils. There's mixed media.
Mixed media we got here. We've got cards down here too.
Yep.
These are beautiful.
For men, teenagers, forever people are saying that the hardest thing is men's cards. This is ideal for men's cards, but perfect for women's cards as well.
It is, of all ages.
Of all ages.
All ages, because it can be traditional, it can be nostalgic for people, but retro for teenagers, which is cool, which is trendy.
Yeah, it's all in, isn't it? And
it's all in. That is fantastic, my friend. I bet Leonie loves these,
Leonie loved it, yeah.
I mean, she absolutely loved these, right up her street. And if that's not enough inspiration, there's still more we're going to show you later, but we've got piles here, piles and piles.
Lou as well, she did want to come in. I said,
Lou with us?
Yeah, she wanted to come and gate crash the show. I said, you're welcome.
Lou,
so she's gone home with the pack. She loves them, yeah.
Oh, honestly, knowing Lou well, she gets stuck in with these.
It's really pleased. I was really pleased when they gave their feedback as well, because I really admire them. They're people that I've followed for a long time. So for someone like that to say that they really like them, and the design team have loved playing with them, so that's fantastic.
Well, do you know what? I can tell when the design team has had a great time with these. When if they've never been short of ideas. You've got so much more here. And just one more thing, this is beautiful. So you've actually embossed into this, have you?
This I think has been done into plaster. I think it embossed into plaster.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Wet plaster put through the stencil and then used gilding wax and colour onto wood.
Do you know what? You've really opened our minds into all the different mediums you can work with.
And that makes a really unique little wall hanging in a hallway or something.
It will do, won't it?
Yeah.
Onto like canvases and so on. This is intriguing. It reminds me about the mirror now as well, but I'll show you that later perhaps. But this is very smart. Now the glass really intrigues me. How on earth did you do that in a home without machinery?
This is just the dies. Sprayed with some temporary adhesive and placed onto the glass, and then some etching cream.
Right.
Just left for a couple of minutes and then rinsed off, and that's permanent.
And it frosts the glass?
Yeah, it frosts the glass. So, you know, you've got yourself a cheap beaker there, you've just given it a bit of a revamp, you know, a bit more interesting.
Well, you might have a mirror as well, like this, for example. It's not desperately expensive. And like you said, if you went to a car boot sale and sold that, who knows?
Exactly,
or online, you might have online stores. This is a wonderful set of tools you can base businesses around. But do you know, if crafting is your passion, you're bound to be able to use these again. If you can make projects for ladies, for gents of all ages, you're going to use it. You're bound to use it. Now, here's the deal here. Okay, it's a limited time offer. Now, you're going to save £19. I'm going to take the top two away for just a moment, okay? Because can I draw your attention to these bits down here? These two here, £9.99. Those two bits, £9.99. So it's not far off getting those four thrown in for free. It's not far off. So in other words, it's like paying for the dies, the larger stencils at the end here. That's what it's like paying for. So it's like paying for those, getting those thrown in, and also, because it gets better, because it's our bank holiday bonus, you're going to get these two as a gift as well. Honestly, that is the saving. It's phenomenal. It's £69.95. It's 917-959. Do dial the number 01733 602 2000. But again, it's only £34.98 today with your P&P. First payment of £2 to get this home today. Now, this isn't enough inspiration. We've got demonstrations lined up for you. But let's see what you could be doing with Nick from Bulgaria's brand new One Day Special. So there you go, when you got 36 stamps, 6 stencils, 8 dies, you know you can do an awful lot with it. And what Nick's done for us, been very generous, he's made this, and we're going to give this away.
Yeah, we're going to give this away to anyone who makes a purchase in the hour.
Fantastic. So if you buy something this hour, you're automatically entered, and we'll announce the winner towards the end of this live show, so just before 10 o'clock. That's beautiful, Nick. And
just a little thank you and a bit of celebration for my first One Day Special. I've left it completely blank, apart from the lining. So, you know, decorate to your heart's content.
You got off to a flying start, haven't you, sir? I'm loving this job. We are very busy on the phones. That One Day Special is absolutely flying. Use it on FlexiBuy if that helps stagger the cost, because it is interest-free, and there it all is for you. So then, Nick, where do we start? Which bit are we going to be using first?
Right, so what I'm going to do to start with, I'm going to use the stamps and the stencils.
OK.
I'm going to start off with the background first. So what I'm going to use is the retro rounds. Sorry about the dirtiness.
No, I like it.
Like all of us, I very rarely clean them unless I've used the texture paste myself. So I'm going to use this for the background. I'm going to use the Salty Ocean Distress ink and my smoothie. And I don't want a perfect look on this. I want to have darker areas, lighter areas.
Okay.
And then I'm going to overlap it so we get a bit more depth coming through.
OK.
So I'm just going to take areas of the stencil to start with. So first of all, start with our darker areas.
Right, OK. Get stuck in that way. Beautiful, OK. And it's a sort of design so you can just pick bits out and extract sort of the areas, can't you?
I mean, for the dark ones, I just want to pick bits out, you know, to be the, you know, the wow, well not wow, but you know, the centerpieces, if you like.
Now, you also emboss these stencils as well.
Oh yeah, I've done a board to show that. Just
you have, haven't you?
Because they really are lovely and deep. You know, they give you a really fantastic impression. It's just under the retro leaves.
Oh, it's over there, isn't it? I was casually trying to have a little look then, but there, that's lovely. Oh, I see. And they're really deep, aren't they? That's like a 3D embossing folder almost. That's magnificent, actually. That's really impressively deep. Just your die cutting machine?
Yeah, just your regular die cutting machine, just fed through, and that's how you do it. I've used a bit of alcohol inks on there just to show.
I love that.
You know, just so it's not just plain silver.
I love the colours you've used there. They are pretty, aren't they? Very smart. So we've got stencil brushes now. Yeah,
these are fantastic. I was saying...
Oh, they're barbers, aren't they? Clarities.
Yeah, very badly, I'm afraid. I bought these probably about 6 years ago, the first 4. And they've been sat in my cupboard because I was using the smoothies a lot.
Right.
But I happened to see Barbara using them about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I realised that I'd left them in the cupboard, so I got them out, and they're just fantastic.
They're
I had to buy some more. Fantastic for blending.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, especially when you want a really nice subtle look, and you can build it up from the edges and what have you.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the background. That I've done to start with, so we've got like a bit of depth coming. I mean, what you could do as well is add some more different tones of blue to give yourself even more. Obviously, we're not going to see all of this, but you know, it's easier to do the whole lot rather than just pick it out. So I'll back that onto black card first of all, and that can be our back. Now I've got another piece of paper another piece of card that's going to sit centrally, and this is where we're going to use the stamps.
Okay.
So here I'm just using some masking tape.
Yeah. Just
around the edges. I do like to break the piece
frame
up a bit.
Yeah.
No, usually I'd use drawing gum, but on television it's not ideal really.
Okay. What's a bit quicker?
Like a fine border, you know, it helps it to come off the page.
Yes, I know what you mean. It saves another massive layer, doesn't it?
Definitely. I was saying yesterday about gutting the card. You know, I think it's really important everyone does that.
And you do that a lot at home?
I do it all the time at home. Yeah. All the time. You know, most of us...
You can save a fortune over the course of a year, couldn't you?
Yeah, especially on your really nice papers. You know, you've got some special papers you don't want to be using.
Of course not, no.
Losing them. If you're doing an 8x8 card, you can easily take sort of 6 or 7x7 out of the middle. Yeah. Most of us have got basic dies that we can just slot
like a nesting die, or ideal, aren't they? Yeah.
Right, cool. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to take the stamps, and I'm going to use the circles.
And this is all one-day special goodies, basically.
Yeah, these are all from the one-day special, all the goodies here. And here I'm going to use a selection of colours. I think we should go for Paradise Teal, Forget-Me-Not. What should we do? Oof, so many nice colours, isn't there? I'll go for an orange.
Okay.
So here I'm going to just build up a flash of interest through the centre.
Yeah, yeah.
Starting off with the largest circle. So here I'm using the Forget-Me-Not first. Now I like to overlap them from the edge as well, so they're coming off the page rather than straight. Yeah. You know, straight in with a
it's
circle.
Like you cut out a section from a larger piece. That's what it looks like.
So I'm just going to arrange these in no particular order.
And do you have people into various different styles of craft? This is going to be appropriate too.
Definitely.
I think
it's just fun, you know. These are brilliant stamps for kiss stamping. You know, to actually get another stamp and take off the ink first before you stamp it down. You get lovely texture inside.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know the
kiss stamping.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I should have had another stamp free. Maybe I'll be able to do that in a later show. Sort of today.
Maybe
you know, the bubble wrap. In my last collection, the medium medley.
Oh yeah.
There's 2 types of bubble wrap in there. There's a negative and a positive. And if you do that on here, you get a fantastic effect. I've used it in one of the cards, the flower centre, and it gives you a fantastic centre to the flower. But
well, we've got the medium medley collection on the bottom of the screen actually, so if you missed it last time, another chance for you. It's £99.93. You'll see everything there on our website, or always give our call centre a ring. They'll always describe exactly what you got, what you got for your money, and get delivered to your door for you.
So that's your first colour. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit Paradise Teal, not quite so much of this. Just here and there.
That's a beautiful teal, isn't it?
Yeah, they're lovely colours, they really are. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks before I was due to come, most of mine had run out. They've gone on and on and on.
Right.
And it's Murphy's Law, isn't it, that they run out just as you need the whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm taking a smaller stamp now because now we're going to start to infill, and I'm taking the orange.
Okay.
But obviously, you know, this is colour choice. It's, you know, what you want to achieve yourself.
Beautiful, isn't it? And Joe, you can make some beautiful wrapping paper from this.
Oh God, yeah, wrapping paper, fantastic backgrounds. You know, because you can use more subtle colours. You know, they don't have to be bright and vibrant. You can, you know, use your more subtle colours and come up with lovely backgrounds. You know, mix the two together. I'm going to take that one, and lastly, I'm going to take my little baby. No, I'm not. I'll take the middle one.
Okay. Very
lovely
cute.
yellow would be nice with here as well.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So I might just add the little yellow.
It's just such a happy collection too, you know. It's just full of vibrancy. I'm loving. It is feel good, isn't it? That's what I'm saying now. Feel good.
A little bit circusy, a little bit.
It
you know,
is,
whatever.
you know.
There's lots of different looks to it, isn't there?
Yeah. Could be very pop arty. Some of this. It could be very again very retro. Obviously, as it's named. Definitely retro. It's lovely.
And these you can just go back into your paper quite quickly. There we are. Do one more. There we are.
Very nice.
I mean, it's a little, very, very, very small stamp, but it's a really useful stamp. This one. Yeah. The little baby circle. Fantastic filler.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that off. Always peel the tape away from your card, like I haven't just done. That was my mistake.
It's a nice distressed look there, Nick.
Yeah.
We like it. Oh, it does make a difference, doesn't it? It's well worth the framing.
Yeah, it's just a really simple thing, but it makes a real difference. I mean, especially if you're filling the whole piece of card. Yeah. And it really kicks out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, another trick that I always do is I use my little black marker just to go around the edge.
Oh, okay.
And it just sort of frames your work, just finishes it off.
Just wavy line.
Yeah.
So I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can all do that, can't we?
Oh, I can even do a wonky line. A straight one?
No chance.
No.
So that I think it just finishes it off, and
well, it does totally.
You know, it is again like an extra layer. You know, like you were saying earlier.
Well, that's
gives
what
you an extra layer.
Bundles like this one day special, it really lends itself to so many layers. And again, a couple of layers, you can still make a card look beautiful or a project, like on a T-shirt. But you can use dozens really if you wanted to.
And then I'm going to use the Feels Glue, fantastic nozzle on here.
Okay, I think we're looking like this. How much you've got in your crafty stash, if you've been crafting for years or weeks or days, you're still going to get some use out of this. You're going to get a lot of use out of it.
I mean, I think this one's an ongoing thing. You know, although it is retro at the moment, it can easily be turned into whatever you want to do, whatever you want to craft.
What was the first like crafty bits and pieces that you bought? What did you buy to start out?
The first ever thing I bought was a kit.
Right. Like a card making kit?
It was toppers, background papers.
Yeah.
Whole kit. And that's how I just thought I'd try it. And you wouldn't believe it, I was a bit addicted to it, but they're all in the cupboard. I haven't used one of them because I liked looking at them. Yeah. But quite quickly I got on to making my own cards, so they just sat there. And now I go back. Right. And I honestly,
it's nice to keep those, though.
They're nice to keep.
It's where it all began for you.
But I look at them and I think, oh, I don't know what I bought them all for, because they have got their place. But you know, I so enjoy building up my own cards that I just don't want to use toppers. I want to get involved and I don't want to be a machine that sticks something onto another bit and you know, I might as well just go and buy a card. But that's my personal opinion. I mean, they are fantastic for some people. Love to do them.
If you're getting started off,
and they are fantastic for
limited
charity
space.
cards. Yeah. Fantastic for charity cards and things like that. And you know, they do suit. It depends who you're making cards for. I still get them out now and again, and I'll make
you've
card.
got, you know, all sorts, doesn't it? Yeah.
But personally, I prefer to start from scratch and make a card with dies or
with bundles
stamps.
Like this, you really can do, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, already this could be a card for a girl, a guy. Yep. Different age groups now we're talking about. Could be for kids, it could be for elderly recipients. Yep. You
know, because you can change it completely by the sentiment you put on also.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I was saying yesterday, I only use 5 to 6 fonts on my collection, so they're all going to match. You know, so in this collection, I've put all the joining words like and, the, at, a. So you can use them and add those to the previous collections or collections that are coming to make up your own sentiment. So gradually you'll build up to a whole.
You can build it up, yeah.
Whole thing.
Okay.
So now I've just stamped the in love, and I've used the frame around that. And I'm just going to add that to the.
That's really cool, isn't it?
To my piece, just to cover up my little smidge.
Traditional wording, if it was in a different font, it would be a completely different look and feel.
This is
you
my
probably wouldn't
scribble.
use it as much, if I'm honest, but that is the most cool way of saying something very traditional.
Just a little bit scribbly, little bit.
But that's hard
different.
to do, like by hand anyway. I think that's hard to do.
There we
Nick,
are.
my friend, that is good. That is so summery too. Isn't that lovely? You know, engagement cards, young couple getting married. Be wonderful. That's beautiful.
I mean, I've mixed the sizes up here, but what you could do is you could start with your larger and build away to smaller to give yourself more perspective.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, so again, your choice is yours. Even with one simple circle stamp or, you know, set of simple circle stamps, you've created something like that.
Yeah.
But there are so many more things you can do with
There
them.
really are, especially with this bundle. And you know, you must have bought so many goodies in the past.
Yeah.
So you got a huge crafty stash. Why would you be getting this one day special then? If you sat at home watching, why are you thinking,
If I'm truthful, this is something that isn't really me.
Okay.
It wasn't me. But I started and I couldn't stop.
Right.
You know, so I think people shouldn't be scared of something that they look at and think, oh, I'm not sure, because I've done so much with this and there's so many more ideas and I need more time because I love it.
You love it.
I can't
can tell you,
explain it enough.
So this theme is quite fresh
Yeah,
for you as well.
it is,
and it's fresh design, your brand new designs. This is so fresh for all of us, and you can see individual items on our website. Shall I do a quick recap
Yeah,
actually?
sure.
I'll be right back, Nick. But do take a look here because you can see individual bundles laid out for you. Now, lots of you are going for individual, so yeah, do so. If you've got your own one particular set, go for it. But you've got a section of stamps, we've got dies, we've got stencils, we've got an awful lot to choose from. We really, really have. Now, we've seen lots of ideas, but if you can go for the bundle, you do get a great saving. So obviously individuals, if you like to, go for it, but if you can go for the bundle, it is very good. Please let me explain why, because you actually, it's like paying. I'm going to take these top two out for a moment actually, because there's some other news about that. Right, now, you're getting all the stamps, okay? We're getting the dies and all of these stencils right here. But it's like getting those two and those two thrown in for free. It's not far off because normally £99.99 for 2 sets. So it's really, really good value. So it's like paying for the stamps, this one stencil here. No, it's not, no, I mean, no, it's like paying for the dies and it's like paying for the stamps and it's like getting those 4 stencils thrown in as a bonus. That's what it's like. It's not far off that, okay? Now, also in addition to that, because it's our bank holiday bonus, we're giving you a free gift. And the free gift are these 2 stencils at the top, also new designs here. They're very, very exciting. So my point is, folks, it's the best time to get it. It's the first time, and we can't bring that one day special price back. We're not allowed to. We can't bring this bundle back. Seriously, this is going to be the time to get it. So it's like getting all those thrown in anyway, and then those 2 thrown in as well because it's a bank holiday bonus. It's a generally good saving, and all you pay today, £34.98. So that's the deal, but let's see what you can do this. Can we go to the back again? Can we go to the back? Because honestly, this is amazing. Now, when you see like stencils, dies, we think cards, obviously, but there's much more than that. For example, T-shirts. These are absolutely beautiful. Bags for life. You could upcycle some old bedding, for example, if you wanted to. But that is going to be very cool. Now, if you're going for lovely bits of home decor, some greys, teals, very in, of course, for home decor. How about little statement pieces, little bursts of colour? Imagine that on the cushion front. It's going to be great. Scatter cushions for the guest bedroom. It goes on and on. Right, cards. We've got more cards here too. These are very pretty. The design team, you can tell when a design team has had great fun with this. They just can't stop. They couldn't stop with this bundle. You get absolutely lost in the moment with all of these. You can think scrapbook pages, album covers if you wanted to. But the bit that really, really jumps out at me, those dies, seriously, that is incredible. Craft metal, and that's just bits of copper wire wrapped around for the tree leaves there, the actual twigs. That is absolutely mind-blowing, but you can do this at home. But there's so much more. There's so much more. I'm going to put these back later. More T-shirts, more clothing. This is very on trend. Right. Okay. By the way, the dies. Nick kind of made us a board, so that's the actual dies you're getting. That's all the die cuts. Okay. So if you like those. There they all are. They're the stencils for you, by the way. And you're also getting those stamps too. So it's 36 stamps. It is 6 stencils, 8 dies. So it's really acceptable value for money. We mentioned pillowcases just now. Nick's actually done some. How cool is that? That's perfect. So an old piece of bedding, you know, it might go to a well-known flat pack furniture store, a well-known high street stores, reasonably priced bedding, and personalise it. Make it your own. That is very popular. That's very trendy. Right, do you want to show you one more bit, actually? Oh, hang on a minute. I love these bits. The glass. So what Nick did there, took some die cuts, temporary adhesive onto the glass, and you get that etching cream. I completely forgot that this stuff existed, actually. It is amazing stuff, and it just etches out the glass. We've done it on mirrors on the back, but also, how about little matching themes going on? That is really cool. That's just that could be an old soap bottle. Rather than recycle it, upcycle. It's £34.94, £34.98 today to get the 36 stamps, the 6 stencils, and the 8 dies. Again, it's like getting those 2 thrown in. Now, hang on a minute, the price is like getting those 4 stencils thrown in as a bonus. There's about £1 in it, but it's not far off that deal. And also, you're getting those 2 thrown in as a bonus because it's our bank holiday bonus. So you're getting a lot of free items, basically. That's what it's like. £69.95 is the one-day special price, but it is while stocks last. Right, now then, are you ready for something else? Moving away from the one-day special briefly, something else that has been very, very busy. This is one of my favourite dies, and I'm not just saying this. This is one of my favourite dies. How cool is that? And you like it too. Over 3/4 of the stock's gone. Now, if you want impact in a card, that, oh my word, that is going to do it. How amazing is that? That's a great idea. It's like a title sequence from the 80s. Like, you know, Someone's Angels, for example. Think of what my name is. It's going to be that. By the way, the die as it cuts out. Now, come on, that's really cool, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? It really is so cool. £50.99 for a retro banner. Now then, it does come with the letters to spell out retro, but Nick shortly is going to be bringing out an alphabet that's going to fit inside here. I know, and then it just goes on and on. Maybe you've got stamps already that's going to fit inside here. So, Joel, you could do like happy birthday, congrats, congratulations. You know, who knows what you've got here. But it goes on and on. It's saving £3, £15.99. It's 035829. There's your item number. But you know what? I'm a huge fan of this. You're a huge fan of this. I know Nick is also a huge fan. Nick, come down, sir. Come down. I know you've got something to say about these. Yeah. What do you love about this die?
Its versatility. I love the striking nature of it.
Yeah.
I love the way that you can change it to snip into it to make your words larger, shorter. You know, it'll suit anyone. Phil's got a lovely the alphabet dies.
Oh yeah, oh of course. Phil's in
Phil Martin.
As in Phil Martin. Oh right. Yeah.
Fantastic fonts that go in. They fit absolutely perfectly into these.
Beautiful.
So you know you're endless. Change the colour. Lovely black and white. Looks stunning. Zentangle through in and out of the.
Yes, you could, couldn't you? You can play around with colours, so you can go darker, lighter to even add more impact.
It's such a simple die, but it's got such impact. You know, whatever card you want to do, it'll suit any age. Depending on what you do with it, it's really exciting.
It could be nostalgic for some people. It does remind me of an old school title sequence, you know, from 80s TV shows. Yes. So it could be nostalgic for some. Yeah. Or I can imagine people younger than me, like teenagers, like East London, this would be so cool for them, for example. So you've got such a broad spectrum of interest here. You really have within one die for £15.99. Now, over 80% has now gone. I think it's going to go this hour. We've got about half an hour left on the show. You're saving £3 anyway. It's a good time to get it. It's at 035829. But back to that one-day special. Let's see what you could be doing, and you can do all of this in your own home. Check it out. every time I watch that, or every time I look around me, there's something new to discover. This, for example.
Yeah,
And, so two of you had the ideas of doing pillowcases.
Yes. This is from Nicola. Hi, Nicola.
Hi, Nicola.
We both had the same idea, obviously, of doing a pillowcase. I mean, she's used the more retro looking. I've used the retro leaves, but they work so well with fabric. You know, a very reasonable cover. You know, plain cover. Why not jazz it up? Why just have plain?
Yeah.
This is still ultra smart because it's just such a small piece. It's not busy.
It is.
Really
It's a statement piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
And John, that T-shirt now behind us is even cool. Do you know what? There's so much. There's so much.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're buying something this hour, you're going to get entered into a little giveaway, which means you could well receive this. We're going to announce the winner before the end of this hour, so just before 10 o'clock. And you made this as well, didn't you, Nick?
Yeah, it was just a little thank you. I wanted to do something. I've been very excited about my one-day special, and I just thought it'd be nice to give something back. So it's just I've used the Zata board. Put it together as a little mini journal. Everything's in there that you need. You can add pages, you can add flaps. I mean, the flaps and the little slidey pieces are all there just with plain white. So just decorate it whatever you want, add bits, and it'd be lovely to see it. Whoever wins, it'd be lovely to see what they do with it.
It really would. Do you know what? Again, do buy the one-day special this hour if you want to be on the chance of receiving this. By the way, so it's
You've got your little magnets on the front as well. They're all hidden away so that it closes.
They're really smart, aren't they? So again, you must get it this hour, folks. Just I don't want to put pressure on, but if you really want to get this, just so people understand the rules, that's how it goes. But thank you very much. So Nick,
right, so yesterday I did a card actually similar to the front of that book that you've just shown.
Oh, I love
I'm going to do the reverse now because just to see that show that you can get the two looks from one card.
Yeah.
Jane's kindly done this sample for me.
Right.
There we are. So this one we're going to do reverse technique.
Yeah.
All right. So to start with, again, I'm going to use the retro rounds. Any of the stencils would work easily, equally as well. So for this time, we're going to get our anti-static bag again and just wipe over your card, just so that you don't get any overspill there. Just knock any extra off. And then we're going to take our stencil, position it how you want. You know, there's some really interesting parts here, and using different bits gives you a whole different effect. So I'm going to use it about there.
Okay.
Just a little bit there, I think. Right, so now we're going to go in with our Versamark ink. Okay. Again, if you want to use your perfect medium or distress do one as well. They do a clear pad. It's your choice. They all work equally as well. People have got their own preference. I prefer, my personal preference is Versamark, but we're all different, aren't we?
No, if what you like, my friend,
whatever
I'm listening.
works for you. So just get a really nice coating of that on there.
Okay.
Now, yesterday we used the clear embossing because I wanted one look.
Like a resist almost technique or something.
So what we're going to do this time, because I want the reverse, I'm going to use a white, a white embossing powder. Again, they're Phil Martins. They're super fine, so they give fantastic detail.
Yeah.
I suppose it's wasted on this, really, because these are they show how good they are when you use them with the type and fonts. You know, they really come into their own then.
I see. But they're smart.
Fantastic, and they're so quick, fast melting as well, which is good.
Okay. That is very fine, isn't it?
It's incredibly fine, isn't it? It's like a real fine semolina flour.
It is. Don't put these in baking goods, though.
No, definitely not.
But again, with it's a very white. And
so I don't know if you can see how well that's taken that. I mean,
well, that's
really. It's
immaculate, isn't it?
Is that the best way? Yeah.
Perfect, Nick.
So that gives it really well. So we're just going to heat that through. Just heat the gun up a little bit first.
Yeah. Because it's fine, doesn't take that long to actually melt, doesn't it?
So the one I did yesterday obviously was back to front, so the colour was actually where we've got the embossing now.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing it the other way, which gives it's a subtle difference, but it is a real, it is a difference, so you're getting a twofer again.
Yeah, I like it. Always been a value. By the way, if you're choosing to buy online, just a bit of a heads up, you may be experiencing problems. The website is temporarily down, but we are working on it. Okay, so apologies for any inconvenience. I'll let you know as soon as it's back up and running. But give our call centre a ring. They're ready to take your call as usual.
Also, another way of using your stencils, if you're really careful, is using a cool iron. If any one of you have got the freezer paper, if you use the freezer paper with a piece of copy paper over the top and a very cool iron, it transfers the wax from the freezer paper onto your card,
right,
which also acts as a resist.
Oh, okay.
That's really interesting, and I've done that a couple of times with the leaves. Die cut them out of the freezer paper, ironed them onto the fabric or paper,
yeah,
and then done whatever you're going to do over the top, and you just peel them off, and that acts as a resist.
And that works.
Yep.
Fantastic. Oh, we're back up and running. Website's back. Hey, look at that, they're quick, aren't they? Apologies for that, guys, but you can buy us and go onto our website, hochanda.com, if you'd like to get that one-day special. It is while the stocks last, just so you know.
Normally I'd heat this from underneath as well. But again, it's up to each individual. Some people like doing it from the top, some from the bottom.
Yeah, of course, of course.
There we are, so I think that's all changed. Just give it a little waft just to cool it down a little bit, and then it's your choice of colours. Here I'm going to use a mixture of the Distress inks and the Distress oxide, mixing them together.
Wild honey we're going for?
Yeah, wild honey, squeezed lemonade and a bit of picked raspberry.
Nice. We're in summer now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
I
like mixing the Distress inks and the oxides together because they both do different things.
I haven't seen that done, you know.
Yeah, so, you know, some people might not like it, I do.
Yeah, no, go for it.
So I'm just going to add the colour. I think we do it that sort of size. So just add the colour in patches.
Very nice. It feels like getting busier and busier for the one-day special now, folks. We've only got less than 20 minutes on this live show. If you like a chance of winning the prize that Nick's going to give away, if you buy it this hour, just before 10 o'clock, so in about 15 minutes or so, we're going to announce who's going to receive this, which is handmade by Nick himself. And it's off to a flying start, this. And don't forget, you've got blank pages all ready to go, so you can add your own ideas, photographs, personal little memories inside there. But who knows what's going to become, but that's your choice. And there's magnetic little covers there too. Very smart. Looking good, sir.
They're quite nice, sort of spring going into summer colours.
Isn't it? Yeah. I have to look forward to the summer. Any summery holidays booked for you then, Nick?
No, it'll be in Bulgaria for me.
What's the weather like in Bulgaria this time of the year then?
It'll be very hot. It was about nearly 30 when I left.
Is it that hot?
Yeah, it was very hot. I was trying to get a little bit of time out in the sun before I came to get a bit colour, but I only got a couple of hours, but I got burnt.
Look healthy anyway.
I've got very pale skin, so I usually burn quicker and go brown,
Factor 50 then?
Yep.
Yeah.
And for the piggy. Piggy gets sunburnt, so she has to have block on.
So move from Barnsley to Bulgaria then?
Yep.
Quite a change, I love it.
Fantastic move, lovely people.
Good on you.
Lovely weather. You know, I still miss it here.
I'm sure Barnsley's lovely.
Barnsley's lovely. Well, UK's lovely, isn't it? It's a lovely country, lovely countryside, lovely people. You know, it's nice to come back, but it's nice to go back as well.
Of course it is, yeah. Oh, fantastic. This is a picture there where you live. Sounds amazing.
Let's give it a little bit extra there. And I think that's enough with that.
We have got 2-minute queues on the phones. Wow. We've literally got flooded with phone calls. So, guys, do call us, though. We will get to you. It's a couple-minute queues. You can go on the website. It's back up and running, hochanda.com. And, again, get the one-day special.
Right. So now all I'm going to do, a couple of bits of cloth just to polish it off and get your white back. So the ink will soak into the underneath card, but it won't coat your white embossing.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, it really pops then. You see the difference when it brings out the white.
It's a beautiful titanium white. That's Phil Martin's.
It's a fantastic white.
Sentimental yours. Supreme embossing. Sorry, Supreme. Well, it is Supreme, really, my super fine embossing powder. The pure white.
You know, they're not all the same. You know, I know some people will tell you that embossing powders are all the same.
No, they're not. They're not.
You know, when you've been crafting for many years and you've tried things, there are certain things that you know definitely work, and it's cost effective to buy the things that are good quality.
That work properly, yeah. I know what you mean. Oh, they do vary, yeah.
Right, so that's the topper part of this done. So I'm just going to stick that onto the base, again using Phil's glue. I just, another thing, you know, because when I started crafting, I used to flood the back of a card with glue. And it is less is more. You know, you buckle your card if you put too much glue on.
Yeah.
you know, especially for people that are new, it is worth knowing that less is more.
Okay.
There,
by the
so
way,
that's backed onto.
if you're loving the retro vibes of the One Day Special, we've got something else in addition to the One Day Special, which you might well like. It's this beautiful die right here. This is the retro die. This is absolutely flying. It's approaching limited stock. This is what you can do. It's a little sneak peek there. £15.99, but you can get this right now. £73,035,829. The retro banner 8 dies, because you do get the letters as well. And I've got Phil Martin stamps. You may recognise that they will fit inside a space like that. But you'll bring out some dies as well, like an alphabet.
Yeah, the alphabet dies to give you more scope, so you'll be able to add whatever you like into those panels.
It's a title sequence, isn't it, from the 80s?
But
I love it.
I mean, everyone's got stamps. Even these ones will do if you want to mask them off and use the same font into each one.
Yeah.
You know, just mask it off with a bit of masking tape, stamp each individual one. But most people have alphabets at home that they like.
Right, yeah, of course, yeah.
But personally, I know that Phil's one perfectly fits in there, but there are lots of.
There are lots, aren't there? Yeah, it's
your
easy
preference,
to find, you know.
isn't
It is your preference, absolutely, and they are limited stock now. They are approaching now limited stock, so not far off, but sooner or later they will be. Nearly 90% has gone, so do be fast, folks, on that.
Right, so here I've taken the Blast from the Past sentiment.
Okay.
And I'm just going to stamp that up, and I'm using one of the Slims, Phil Slims blocks.
I do like the word slim.
You know, a lot of people keep asking me about my little round block. Now that's from Phil's. I think he's going to try and bring them to us, because that's one of my favourites. There's probably 3 or 4 I use. I love the clarity handles, because that's what got me back into stamping.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, because I just couldn't stamp, you see, and you know, my hands do shake quite a lot, and for me they were absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and the little handle ones, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
the mounts, they call them.
Fantastic for.
We made fun of on the website, the clarity ones. They are very clever.
There we are. So that's a really nice over-stamped font. You know, it's got the little extra bits, and it's a little bit quirky.
Yeah, old-fashioned typewriter imperfections. I love it.
I'm just
going to character.
Yeah, it is. Just going to heat that up and just do a little bit of circle stamping through there.
This is great. For which part did you design first then, of the One Day Special? So we got stamps, we got dice, we got 36 stamps, 6 stencils, 8 dies. It's a lot.
The first part I did was not of the One Day Special. The first part was my retro banner.
Right, okay. Oh, was it?
Because people might have seen that I do it quite a lot by hand. You know, larger versions, like actually, you know, use big letters and then use the lines up to the letters, or shapes and things like that. And this was something that I really liked, so I came up with that first.
Oh, right.
And then it was the shape of those that actually took me onto the stencil.
Right, yeah.
And then it was that got me into the idea of doing like the layering frames, which is a long time ago I made some wallpaper for my craft room, and it's actually a wall of frames.
Oh, is it really?
And what I do is I stick people's, you know, if someone sends me a card, I put it into a frame, or some of my 80s
I know you really appreciate that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. So I put that into a set of stamps so that you can use it on a smaller version.
Well, and then this whole coordinating collection has blossomed from that. It's exciting from this, really. And by the way, speaking of this, it is actually now limited stock, so 10% or less remaining. It's going to go in the next few minutes. I reckon you'll be saying, at 7%. That's precise, isn't it? Do you like that?
Adios, muchacha, is it, or something?
It is, yeah. It's one of those. It's one of them. I was going to smile and nod to that. Do you know what? There were 7% remaining, so if you like it, it's going to go any moment now. You're going to hear me say it's sold out. So
I've got a feeling that was a little bit of mixture of Spanish and Mexican.
I think it was,
know they're similar language, but I think there's...
Yeah, there's difference. I'm not an expert in any. So I'll just agree.
Yeah, and just using the circles again on here, just the circle stamps. I mean, these are great for like dolling up your sentiments, just instead of having a plain sentiment.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it can look a bit stuck out on the side of a card if you just do it in black. I was saying to Leonie last night as well, now with the stamping platforms, what I like to do sometimes is stamp the sentiment in about 3 or 4 different colours. So you start off with one colour lightest,
right? Then
maybe just tap either side with a darker colour, and you get a really nice variation, then a sort of a little bit more interesting, you know, than just using one colour. You know, if you're super duper, you could probably do it by hand, but I need a stamping block.
I think I'd rather stamp in block. Yeah. I think. It's a bit more control, isn't it?
Yeah,
A lot
it is,
more
yeah.
control. But they're just ideal little fillers, aren't they, these stamps? They're just ideal. But you could do like pop art kind of pieces with this.
There's a lovely little caterpillar somewhere as well. I haven't seen it.
The caterpillar?
There's a caterpillar made with the circles.
No, I thought I hear you saying that. Here we go.
Yeah, and that's. I'm not allowed. I don't suppose I'm allowed to say it, but there was a book about a caterpillar, wasn't there, a long time ago?
There was. There was
it reminded me of that when I saw it, and
that's our producer's favourite book. Still reads it every day.
Yeah, it's my favourite book.
It's her favourite book, and there's loads more here. I really like this one. This Disco Fever one. This is really cool.
That's brilliant, isn't it? That's from
party invites.
Katrina. Yep. Yeah, if you're doing a themed party or, you know, or a themed wedding. You know, I mean, people do that, don't they? You know, retro
definitely.
wedding.
I'll be going to that wedding.
Yeah.
I get my flares out.
Yeah.
Get my flares out.
Curly wig.
Yes, I would. I'd love to see one of those. Do you know, I've just seen this, so I don't want to be rude and interrupt, but
no, not at all. You go ahead.
I know you don't want these to.
Yeah, it's nice for people to see how versatile the things are. Right?
Yeah.
You know, because there's only so many things you can show in demos, and
I'd
like to show as much as possible.
That's beautifully applied. That, you know, that's very professionally done.
I was saying last night with that one. That's been worn. It's been washed.
Has it?
And you can see how crisp those leaves are.
That's from the dyes then?
This is Colourcraft. You know, Coloricious bring it, the Colourcraft
yes.
fabric paints.
Oh, the paint we're using.
Yeah.
Right, I see.
So it was, the dye was made into a stamp with the EVA foam.
Is that what it was?
Stamped onto the T-shirt, and then, as I say, that's been washed. You can't even feel that there's anything on it.
You wouldn't know. If my eyes were shut, I can't, because sometimes you can feel a bit of resist.
Yeah, there's just nothing at all.
It's amazing what you can get.
Even after washing, that is absolutely perfectly...
Oh, I would have worn that, sir.
Yeah. You should have done.
Extra small, my size too. How did you know? See, that's beautiful. That's a lovely piece.
There we are. So there's your sentiment, and then just back it onto your main card. But you know, just by adding those little circles around the sentiment, really make it quite a difference.
Okay.
It's a little bit different from Jane's, but I haven't done a bad interpretation.
But this is so fun. This is bursting with summer, these cards, aren't they? Nick, that is beautiful, sir. Very, very smart, aren't they?
Yeah, and so can I just bring, if I just bring that one, that's similar. So if I bring that in next to them, so you can see you've got two completely different looks using the same stencil, and you can do that with all of them.
Yeah, of course.
So you get the negative and the positive, depending on either using clear or the white.
Yeah.
Or any other colour you like.
So yeah, you're really not limited, because some designs dictate certain colours, arguably, you know, to some degree. But this, you really can go for it. You can go bright, you can go very dark, grungy if you wanted to.
Black and white,
Black and white, yeah, you could. You know, if you'd like to see other dyes on their website, there's plenty more there too, by the way. But let's see, lots of different designs here, but let's see what you could be doing with this one day special at home. Check this out. Right, there we go. Guys, we've got lots more there. There's a bit of a frenzy around this, seriously. It's absolutely flying. It feels like we've got busier and busier this out for the one day special. I'm going to show you as much as I can, as frantic as I can, with this deal, because you see, if you're card making, it can be good for girls and good for guys, because the amount of times we hear we struggle to make cards for blokes, and I do understand why, but this is not only good for both genders, or all genders, this is great for all age groups. I really do think it is. This could be cool. It could be cool, funky and trendy and hip you know, for a younger age group. It could be smart, traditional for elderly recipients. It really, really could. You know what, though? Think about the dies you got. That is perfect. You can just tell here that the design team has absolutely fallen in love with this selection right there. 36 dies, 6 stencils, 36 stamps, 6 stencils, and 8 dies. There we go. I was nearly there. But you know, there's so much to remember. There's such a huge kit. Coaster's a great idea. It goes on and on. Look at these. I'm going to show you the mirror next if I can do, because this mirror on the back is beautiful. Look at this. Now that was 2 for £1. This mirror is 2 for £1. How much can you sell that for now? What we've done there, we've taken, I believe it's like a die cut or a stencil. You're taking that cream and it etches into the glass. If you think that's beautiful, imagine that on other types of glassware around the home. That's going to be very, very pretty. We're liking this. It could be on mugs. There's lots of ideas there. But again, we've got T-shirts here. We've got pillowcases. We've got mixed media. We've got, do you know what? We've got pillowcases right here too. That is really smart. So, with all these dies, stencils and stamps, that is a well-rounded bundle. Okay, so there you go. Is everything you're getting, and you're saving a lot of money. Right, let me put that into context for you. Again, I'm going to take these two away just for the moment, all right? Because this really is the one day special what we're looking at right now. So, you're going to get all of these stamps, the stencils, and the dies here, okay? Now, because you're saving £19, it's not far off getting those 2 stencils and those 2 stencils thrown in as a bonus, because those 2 here, £9.99, these 2 here, £9.99. So there's 99p in it also, but it's not far off getting those thrown in as a bonus because you're saving that money. So that in itself is a good reason to buy. But not only this, if you think you're going to get it at some point, you're going to get those thrown in, that's what it's like. But because it's a bank holiday bonus, we're going to give you another stencil there. I'm going to give you another stencil right there. That is because, by chance, this one-day special landed during our bank holiday bonus event. It finishes at 6 o'clock tonight. But if you'd like to go for the one-day special, it really is a good time to get it. You're buying from a very passionate man here who has learned so much over the years. We've got loads of demonstrations, but let's see what you can be doing with this later on the next demonstration. But you can see individual items right here on our website too. So there we have. They're the 18 stamps, but you're getting 36 in total, of course. But it's such good value. Your first FlexiBuy payment for the one-day special, £34.98. So if it helps stagger the cost, you can do so interest-free. Is interest-free, so you might as well. If it helps, you might as well. Right, now then. Oh, we've got some news for you, by the way. Another item, in addition to the one-day special, is the retro die. It's the banner. I've got it somewhere. Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's over here. It was the one that made this. Thanks, Nick. So the die that used to make this basically gets sold out. So, guys, thank you very much. £50.99. The details were on your screen. So thank you. That's brilliant. So lovely die.
Have fun with it.
That's great.
Yeah,
I
it is
love
lovely.
this.
I love it.
Right, sir. How many of time? We've got about 3 minutes.
Right. So,
what can we
quickly
see?
then. I think I better show you the bonus stencils because I haven't done anything with them.
So
I'd
that's
like
in
to
the
just
one-day
show
special?
Yeah, this is one of your bonus ones in the one-day special.
Brilliant.
So, just a very small piece of card.
Yeah.
Just arrange it. I love this. You know, it is bargain for free.
Yeah, yeah, it is, isn't it?
So let's just get some pearlywinks. I love pearlywinks.
And ordinarily, this isn't, it is, if you buy the one-day special, you get this, but it's not.
Yep.
It's only you getting it because it fell on the bank holiday bonus event. This show.
Right, so I've just used a couple of colours there, the hot pink and the purple. Now I haven't used any spray on that. I've just laid it over. So, and that's the look you get from the. I mean, that's stunning. I think.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's really fine, and to get that crispness with a stencil without any temporary adhesive, nothing. It's just done.
Yeah.
I love these sprays. I think they're absolutely brilliant.
Well, I love the pearly wings.
It's like a spider's web. That's such a fine detail in that stencil.
It's a good analogy, that.
So have I got enough time to do the other one?
Go on, let's do it. Sure? Let's do it. We've got
just
2
to
minutes.
Show. Right, so
go
another
for it,
piece
sir.
of little paper. Your other one. Now this is fantastic. I was talking to Trish earlier, you know, from Totally Trish.
Yeah.
And she loved this one for fabric, you know, because it's a tile. As she was saying, it's like a cathedral.
Yes, I know what you mean. Old-fashioned tiling.
Yeah.
Or stained glass windows, those sort of things. I know what you mean.
Let's grab that off.
Let's have a look.
There we are, and that one as well.
That, my friend, is gorgeous.
So excuse the makeshift spray booth.
No, that's perfect.
But, you know,
so those 2 stencils we just showed you, they're the bonus ones.
They're the bonus ones.
Because this is our bank holiday event, okay, started a few days ago, running until 6 o'clock tonight. Every live show, one of the items on a live show has a bonus gift assigned to it. The product assigned to it this hour is the one-day special. So you're not only getting that safely, you're getting these thrown in as a bonus as well if you are getting this one-day special deal. That's really, really exciting. Oh, we got a giveaway. We had the giveaway, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
So we've selected a winner at random to receive this. If you bought something this out, you'd have been entered. The winner is Susan. Susan, thank you very much. Susan, for our sake. I think. I'm not sure. But Susan, it's not 4 acre, is it? Look at how it's spelled.
Oh, it is 4 acre. Is it? I can't see, Mum.
I can't pronounce it, but it's Susan. It's definitely not 4 acre. But Susan, thank you very much indeed. That's lovely. Congratulations, Susan.
Thank you.
Do email us in, get in touch. You'll be receiving this, Susan. Thank you very much indeed. It's absolutely beautiful. There we go. So any questions, do let us in. Right. So guys, thank you very much.
I'd love it if you share what you do, if you will.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? If you love the idea and any questions, you've got email us in ready for the next 1 o'clock show with Nick. It's been a great deal then. Thanks very much, Nick.
Thanks, Charlie.
For bringing this to us and also for the demonstration. That was perfect, my friend.
Thanks very much.
We'll see you at 1 o'clock. Been a busy show, guys. Thank you very much. Do check out your baskets. You've got that one-day special. We'll see you live here after the break. Haley's coming next. Got some good